Greg loves the camera. Tell me if I'm in your line. Do I know that you just step up?
He's waiting for Jesse.
7:30.
Together from the acting to the production design to the camera to, I mean, everything. And, you know, Megan was the one who said, well, if we're going to do a movie, we got to do a Western. And I was the one going, why a Western? And she's
Actually,
like,
I said any movie, but it had to be a Western.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we just realized we had friends, we had family, we had, you know, people with horses and ranches and things. And so for me as a writer, it was a big, you know, kind of a challenge because I'd never written a Western before. So it was just a matter of, all right, you know, let's tell a good story in a cool place that we have.
What happened is I'd been working in TV for 10 years and decided I wanted to make a movie. That's what I came to LA to do, and that's what I wanted to do. And I decided I wanted to make an indie movie, but I didn't want it to be in a room with 3 actors, and I wanted to have the best production value we could possibly have. And I had access to horses and ranches and amazing people, and it was like, it can be anything, but it just has to be what I can put on the screen. So that's what John wrote.
It was really beautiful up there. Most Westerns are like, you know, the Southwest, you know, cactus, desert, and we were up in the lush, green, beautiful Northern California. It was really, really incredible.
So when I read the script that John and Megan sent me, that it was sort of like a continuation of Broken Trail. I just had never seen a Western with Chinese people in it that actually addressed that history. Most people don't know the Chinese came over to work the railroads, right. And because the white prostitutes were not, they were too above to service the railroad, the Chinese men. The Chinese gangsters basically stole Chinese women from China to service the men on the railroads. So that's kind of like the storyline.
Honestly, it was just, I was looking for, I knew there had been a million Westerns done before, and you know, each one is always kind of a sign of its times and kind of a revision of what we think about our creation myth in our country. And I just thought, well, that's one thing that's just never been talked about much, and because we knew we were going to shoot in California, California has kind of a special history with, you know, with the Chinese situation, which a lot of the other states didn't. And so I thought, well, you know, that's just something, that's an angle that really no one has touched.
And I've always wanted to, that was when I first saw the script on this, I said, wow. I played Persians, I played assassins, cartel, and now I get to be a bandit. That was just a lot of fun. My great partner here, John Lorenz, I mean, we're kind of like there's comedy in there, so it was a blast.
I just basically phoned it in, being myself, I have the ability to come off as an honest person, but seriously, if you got gold, I'm gonna wind up with it. And I actually like crashed the audition, seriously, and then got the role and a wonderful manager at the same time.
Point out that Tom was also, he was our stunt coordinator. That's one of the other things he's amazing at is fighting, falling off cliffs, getting hit by horses, kicked in the head. He did get kicked in the head by a horse.
Yes.
I think I was just excited to dive into somebody who, I love that it felt like Saul was somebody who's looking for redemption. He's been through something really dark, he's looking for something to pull him back together, and he keeps getting pulled in these different directions.
He's a war veteran, right?
To him, yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like that he doesn't really find it. I like that there was that darkness at the end where it's not something that gets tied to the bow, it's that it's a dark world and there are dark people and you have to move through that.
All like, trying to get me to keep them alive.
For the sequel.
I'm like, no, sorry.
You're going.
Said, let's make a movie for $10,000. And my eyes lit up like, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but maybe we can do it. And it started with that. And we started thinking through cast and of course talking about doing a non-union movie. Our ideas kept growing and our enthusiasm kept growing. And it's funny how momentum is this elusive thing. And all of a sudden, it was like the train literally had left the station and there was no going back. And we didn't know we were going to get all the money, but the money happened. And it happened in slow motion. We shot twice. And unfortunately, everyone who's here had to go up to Etna twice.
Unfortunately.
Once in a swell. Okay, it was cold and they were somewhat meager conditions, but for the budget, I think everyone had a pretty good time. I'm not going to go into the details.